The slippery slope of the tit for tat. I was working with one of my clients recently, and she's only been married for 4 years. Now, she's happy in her marriage and in that relationship, but what she was sharing with me is that they had just moved into a new house, and there was lots of things to be done and lots of things going on, and they both work full-time, and she was sharing how what she was noticing was that she was, and she also noticed that her husband were both kind of noticing and paying attention to what the other person wasn't doing compared to what they were doing. So it was kind of that tit for tat. Well, if I'm doing this, then you should be doing this. And they were starting to get into that little bad habit a little bit. So what I was sharing is how dangerous of a slope that is that can take you in the wrong direction in the marriage, because then what you're doing is you're focusing on more of what the other person isn't doing, and that can slowly spiral you in the wrong direction. So instead, the things that I want you to keep in mind so that you don't slide down that slippery slope of the tit for tat is, number one, keep track of and note all the things that they are doing. In fact, sometimes I tell people to even journal every day, and depending on where the relationship is at, they have to even share what the things are that the person is doing. But find those things that they do, that you admire in them, their strengths, all the positives, but the things that they're doing, the things that, that oftentimes they do, but we don't even count. So that's number one. Number two is, remember, keep in mind that everything balances out. When both people are really loving and doing the best that they can, sometimes stuff is just going on in their life, and so we're doing a little bit more. But you know what? Other times stuff is going on in our life and they're doing a little bit more. So keep in mind that everything always balances out. And then number three is pay attention to your part in some of that imbalance, or maybe what's going on. And your job is to clarify your expectations and ask for what you're needing. Don't assume that, well, they don't care about me if they didn't do this, or if I'm doing all this and they're not doing that. It's your job to be responsible, clarify your expectations, and ask for what you need.